Yo, what up? What up? Yo, I just saw the Kanye West joint. I was gonna make a short video about it, but I'm like, yo, let me just get off everything I gotta say on my chest, cause it was a lot. There was a lot. This is like a whole hour. Was it a whole hour, if not half an hour? I forget how long it was. But there's a lot of things that I want to talk about from it, and I don't think it was gonna fit in the short. So I'm like, yo, let me get all my thoughts out on live, bro. So here we go. Kanye West last week. And you know, what this overall is looking at the last week of his life and every element of it, which is dope. Like, and how he put it together, yeah. I mean, you can see that it was done well in elements. It's done well in parts. But I guess he did it in a specific way to make it seem like you're hidden into the life. Like it's a hidden camera into his life. And you get exclusive views on things like important things that he's doing, like his beef meeting that he got with Adidas in there. How you see family time and all that stuff. Like it's a lot of good, a lot of bad. But I think mostly I take positives away from this. Like, it's creative stuff that could be polished a little more, just like everything that he does. But yet, it's good though. It's good, even though it may sound like I'm slandering a lot of things that he do, but trust me, at the end of the day, I like it. But okay, this last week movie, I guess if we want to call it that, it starts off with what I'm sure a lot of people have all seen on TikTok by now, but people have been remaking Grand Theft Auto in the real life like this for quite some time. Going back, YouTubers was doing that a while ago. And Kanye is doing what Kanye always does, which is take something that somebody else has already been doing and pushes it up bigger because he's Kanye. Now, is he paying people to do this? I don't know. I don't think, see, Jay-Z wouldn't pay nobody. I think Kanye would. I think these individuals, because Kanye is not going to do the actual walking and all of that stuff and do that well, like on Grand Theft Auto. Kanye, I don't think he's like that. You can tell that is not him who's got dressed up in there. And that's the benefit of, his clothing line on how it's designed and all that stuff, that he can do that. He can do all this without actually, I don't think Kanye been in his last 5-6 videos. But it's creative that he's doing it like this so he doesn't have to be. I respect that. But it's Grand Theft Auto, but Kanye, and the entire city is full of hobos. Oh no, hold up, wait, no, it's not hobos. That's his fashion line. He's not filming in Skid Row. This is how his clothes is intended to looking like. Anybody ever notice that Kanye just rips off the homeless people, how homeless people look, and turned that into his own fashion? And people are eating it up. You gonna pay all this money so you can look like homeless people on Skid Row. The irony of Kanye West's clothing line is amazing. Now, but I'm not saying this whole beginning part of it was bad though. There was a moment there where I was like, oh, hold up. He just gonna get in that van like that? This looks like it's a terrorist plot or something. I don't know. This game could be going down a dark way. But then the very next scene is just exposed as it's a shitty game. Exposed as, okay, this is what would happen if Kanye West owned Assassin's Creed or something. You just gonna make it to the top of the building, look up into the air, and you succeeded. Interesting, excuse me, it's an interesting take. A very interesting take but trash. If that ever happened in a game, that would be so horrible. But then from there, you finally get to hear the first song that they was promising us in order to sell us to go ahead and watch this, saying that, oh, you know, this whole documentary that he's doing, somewhat, quote, if that's what we're calling it, was going to have original new music. But clearly all the songs on here are reference tracks. What do I mean by reference tracks? They're clearly not done. He's just vibing to his own beats, trying to find out what flows to add to what. And he put it on a whole CD or put it on some kind of player, and wherever he rides, he'll ride to his own stuff and get other people's like insight and advice as he goes. This is all part of his strategic plan. You feel me? As a musical individual, he's working on music all the time. So, I mean, honestly, that's not a good sell for me. Like, I don't know about y'all, but when you tell me there's new unreleased music that Kanye has dropped that he's putting towards this as a promotional piece, I want more than a track that is not done, that is just a reference track, but yet that's all that he's doing. But at the end of the day, it makes sense in the concept of this entire video because, like, this is all just the last week of his life, and what he's doing in his weeks of his life is listening to the music that he wants to possibly make. Like, it makes sense, but he could have done it better. If he actually was thinking about it, he should have finished the songs one. He could have put together music videos for it, but yet at the end of the day, this wasn't for that. This is more for his for the fashion line that look like just homeless people. I'm telling you, you'll never look at the clothes again the same again. But the first reference track, the one thing that he definitely does have in mind is the concept where he's coming in with the hook, like he's mentioning Drake and Future and Lil Baby, like, okay, you ain't real, you should need to go ahead and listen to Drake and all of that stuff, and which people are going to depict that any kind of way. Oh, I can already hear people like, oh, the beef is back on between Kanye and Drake. No. Y'all just want it to be something. This is Kanye promoting something here. This is Kanye giving you an idea. This is it. Let him finish the whole song and release it before you imply that he's dissing anybody. You feel me? This has nothing to do with any of that. This is more just a part of the life of Kanye West. See, at that point, after that whole song, like of just riding in the car with these people that he's getting like he's just talking to people and playing his stuff for. After that point, that's when you finally begin to understand what this entire project is all about. You feel me? Like, this is filming of Kanye's business dealings in fashions, as this is a promotional piece for the Yeezy, the Yeezy fashion line with Gap and all of that. And all of this was happening last week during his fashion show, I believe. I mean, did you guys see I saw some news articles about his fashion lines, and he wore the White Lives Matter like a dumbass and all of that stuff. Like, this is all being filmed around that time. You feel me? May not have been exactly then, because that definitely would have been put in here. But there was like a week in there that they did, and they filmed it and they pieced it together like this so that they can put it out as promotion for this particular brand. And say what you will about the man, he's a genius marketer, man, on all of his stuff. Everything that his items may not be like that. Oh no, his items are far from being like that. And we're gonna touch on all of that. But yet, how he sells them, how he puts together all of his brands together to push one individual thing, Like, one is going to get more shine than others, of course, because this one is here to promote his fashion line. But while doing something for his fashion line, we hear, oh, Kanye got some new music coming out. And that's part of what people listening gonna watch this for. Oh, you get to see Kim Kardashian in here, in which he does show up on a TV show every so often, even though that's it for this or whatever. But you get to see her, you get to see his family, you get to see a lot. Like, I think it's an interesting piece that people are going to follow. Like, people are going to watch but not quite get everything that's happening through all of this, you feel me? Just write it off and look at the things that you want to look at. But yet he got so many different things for every genre. He got things for people that's just for music. Like, if I was just here for the music, I would just focus on that part and just let it go. But yet he's also having business meetings with Adidas, in which we're gonna touch on that too. But there's little things in here that I like when it just paused for one quick moment and all but became an infomercial for this one thing that's talking about how to now grow food in the inner cities with this technology that he's watching on the phone, and he's plugging it ridiculously on this. Like, he's borderline saying that this is something that I'm working on, as well as like the school or whatever that he's talking about here too. But we're gonna get to that as well. See, but after that whole little infomercial thing, which, I mean, it sounds interesting. I want to see more about that product. I wouldn't invest in it. No, I really wouldn't invest in it like that, you did. But I would ultimately like to see more about it, just to understand how is that possible, and is it like possible on a level that people can literally grow their own stuff and not be super reliant on supermarkets and things of that nature, because that's what that kind of borderline comes off as. Not that people would do that, because when you do that, insects and all that stuff, but that's a whole nother thing. Oh, but after that whole little infomercial thing comes another quick beat, and it's not, he doesn't show anything about it. Like, it only shows but a little bit of it. Like, this beat is so fire that you only need to hear 4 bars. Like, oh my God, this is fire. And meh, I need to hear the whole thing. I've heard better. And I was thinking maybe him doing it like this, it has to do with the next track that coming up next. Nah, he really just thought that beat was that fire. Sorry, Kanye. Your beats ain't been like that for a minute now, man. I mean, when was the last time? Well, yeah, I really can't point at a song that I'm like, yo, that production from his last bunch of albums was like on a level of what he was doing with Stronger and his old previous works that I personally love. Like, the bar for Kanye's new stuff, the bar for Kanye musically is too high, you dig? And for when he says something like this production that he got here, like he feeling it super hard, like it was Never Let Me Down from his first album. It's not that. Nah, bro. But it is what it is. Moving on. After that production, that's when he had the meeting with Adidas. I believe they were Adidas. Well, this wasn't like a typical like hype you up meeting either. Like, you know how people like, oh, you know, I got a meeting with Adidas, I got a whole deal coming through, like I'm about to come up. Like, not one of them meetings. He filmed a meeting where Kanye is getting something off his chest. Kanye feeling a kind of way about how they've been stealing his designs. Well, you know, I can see it. I mean, it's not something that these individuals from Adidas to Nike to you name them. Like, when something is popping in the game, they're going to try to take that design and flip it themselves. Like, it's the same thing that Marvel Comics and DC Comics. Marvel and DC Comics. That's how they would operate back in the day. Like, when one came up with a hero, oh, let me take that and just flip it and make it into somebody else. You feel me? That's why, like, okay, you got Batman in DC, but you got elements of Batman in certain characters and all throughout Marvel. You feel me? Like, everybody in these super competitive industries, they take from one another. But like Nike and Adidas, they go way more flagrant with it because it's like direct designs. Like, they'll take the direct design. I seen them do that one time with for those of you who watched the movie Hidden Colors, I believe it's called. Like Hidden Colors 2, I think it was. They decided Nike, I believe it was, took the whole design of the logos and all that stuff and put them on t-shirts and just sold them joints. It's crazy, but that's how the industry go. But you can, I'm sure you can do something about it if you're Kanye West, and that's what he's trying to do here, which is dope. But then for some reason, why is it that Kanye West has to explain to anybody, including Adidas, that he's Kanye West? Like, well, he's talking about, but he does it in the most ridiculous manner, which is what makes it hilarious. Like, Kanye West is telling them, like, yo, I am the king of the culture. Like, that's him saying, like, all he had to do was say, yo, I'm Kanye West. I make all of these billions. Why aren't you listening to me? I can do all of this stuff against you. But instead of doing it like that, he has to do it in an artistic manner. You got to say, I'm the king of the culture. I can send nuclear reactors to you. I can rain hell down on you. And, I mean, can he? Let's ask Pete Davidson that. How does Pete Davidson feel? Was all of Kanye West's attacks effective? I don't know. I mean, I'm not being like hyperbolic there. I'm being serious. How badly is Pete Davidson down? Because that was the last person that Kanye went to war with. And it's hard to tell because it wasn't like Pete Davidson was anybody to begin with, but yet he did cause like a hellstorm around him for that particular moment. So, I don't think, as I think about it, I don't think Adidas wants that kind of smoke. For good or for bad, because Kanye it can go either way. It can literally go either way with Kanye West, bro. But the thing that's hilarious to me about it though is he's sitting there telling them, yo, I will rain hell down on you, all of this stuff because y'all ain't listening to me. Y'all don't want, y'all not doing anything that I want you to do. Like he's talking all this shit, but he cannot specifically name a demand that he wants. like bro, they broke down like, what do you want? What did Kanye West say? Said, yo, I'm not going to negotiate money with people who don't have enough money as me. Bro, they're the representatives of the people that can cut you whatever check that you want. They got to tell these people, what all do you want? But because he doesn't have an actual list of things that he wants to say, he says things like this. I don't know if he didn't think about that up front, if he just was freestyling this shit the entire way. But bro, if you're going to have a meeting with people that you have a grievance with, you should have demands. Like one demand would work. Cut my check. I want $50 million for what you stole. Right or wrong, yes or no, it's a beginning point. But you storming off to get a massage and feeling like you can't do this no more, that's not helping the situation. Like, come on, Kanye. Come on, fam. But, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's what you get when you deal with Kanye. This is, they did it to themselves. You positioned yourself that you have to deal with this all the time. Like, just give me a demand. Oh. Then he went through a whole nother song after this. And the song was another like, hey man, he's just going through listening to his stuff. It wasn't, none of these songs that they sold me on was ever anything that I would have liked. So that's a no from me, dog. All the unreleased music, it's not even unreleased music, it's unfinished skippity poo. But then from there, they go to the space. Now, this space is where they decided to bring in all the sewing machines in order to put together all of the clothes and stuff. It looked like a school. It looked like some kind of suite. Now, I don't know if they used that space in particular for the fashion joint, because it could just been the spot with, that's how it's supposed to go, right? Like where you sewing all your clothes is usually where, in New York especially, where they'll do the fashion line too. They'll bring all the stuff to location so that they can put everything on and work on it in the back so that everybody can get their stuff on right and then walk the line. So yeah, they probably did use this spot for that, which is cool. The spot looked good. Spot looked real good. And started talking about things like, yo, could use this space for his school. I didn't even know he was making a school. But, hey, that's what's up. The spot looked good. The spot looked good. Or they said, oh, we could use it for something else, like an HQ for the school, which, okay. But either way, I like the spot. And it seemed to put in the work that he needed it to be. And I mean, and I'm not gonna say that all of Kanye's clothes is trash. I'm not gonna say that. That would be me just hating, wouldn't it? But I will tell you that some of his shit is effective. Some of it, like he had a whole backpack that could turn into a seat. You got the backpack that you just carry on your shoulder. You can put it down and then sit on the backpack as a seat. That's kind of fly. That thing is probably like way too heavy though. But I mean, it makes sense. Like if you're gonna carry books or something in your backpack, all it got to be is in the right shape and you can sit it down and have it as a seat and just keep it moving. Like I like that. That is actually kind of cool. But I would say that's like the only thing that was actually kind of hot. And I got photos. Yes, I'm petty enough to have the photos. Bro, did this guy, let me see if I can pull this up. I gotta go to a different scene. All right. Do you see this? What is this look? Like he looks like a gray Majin Buu. But are you telling me that you put a fitted cap on a thermal? Whoa! He put a fitted cap on a thermal. Like I could see if you just put like a skull cap that goes from the shoulders to the neck up to the head. Like okay, that may actually work. Why it gotta be a fitted cap though? You should only be wearing this if you living in Alaska. Either that or you in the coldest winter of Chicago has ever seen. Why a fitted cap though? What the bill? What does the bill of the hat actually do? Like, but that's hilarious though. That is hilarious. I like it. I like it. Let's look at this. Hold up. What is this? What is this look? Is this like is this the look for people that's anticipating alien invasion, ladies and gentlemen? Like, but not only are you prepared for the alien invasion, but you about to hop on a motorcycle and you about to be safe and you about to ride into the sunset. You're gonna survive. This is clothing for the end of days, ladies and gentlemen. You already got the aluminum foil over your head, dog, so the aliens cannot see what's going on in your thoughts, fam. It's amazing. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Hold up. I got another one. What? Kanye. What is this? Why does your hoodie, that's not a hoodie, that's a jacket. Why does your pullover jacket look like a crab legs, like look like a crab claw, crab body, like look like I'm about to eat that thing, but look like I'm about to dip that in some butter. like what is this design? And then they use that and copy and pasted the design over top of the they posted it over top of this. Like, what are you doing? In what reality are you literally making animatronic crab characters for your line? I don't think your line was like that. Like, it's mad weird, fam. It's mad weird. Let me close out all this shit. Bro. And when you continue to watch the show, he really says this, but he doesn't say it like this. But this is what he means, okay? It's hard to decipher what Kanye means all the time. But yet, what I take from what Kanye says is this. He feels as though that his products would be hits even if he wasn't like the center of the news, even if he wasn't Kanye West. He really believes the duckbill fitted cap the duckbill fitted cap on the thermal. Like, cause all of this was one outfit, bro. Like, the dude that looked like Majin Buu, that's the guy with the mask. He's underneath the mask of the aliens coming to attack. He's underneath all that. Like, he believes this entire outfit would sell out ridiculously, would be the hype of all civilization, of all fashion civilization. This is literally what he believes, because he believes he's Kanye, he's the greatest of all. Everything that he drops is next level, amazing, you just don't get it. But duckbill fitted cap connected to a thermal with a biker jacket over top of it, with your face covered up in aluminum foil in case the aliens attack. This was going to sell ridiculously if he wasn't Kanye. It's unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. The thought process that Kanye West has on how amazing he believes he is. But yet, I mean, he's next level. He is next level in how he presents all of his stuff. Everything that he does is creative. And it has next level tendencies. But come on, fam. You not gonna sit here and lie to the masses of populations, bro. You're not gonna sit here and make everybody kind of make believe that your fashion has been good over your span of life. Like going back to the Life of Pablo clothing line. Yes, you sell out everywhere you go because you Kanye. You forget the fact that people follow and do anything that the musician who's on another level does. Now you spun it off into becoming a great designer, like a good hyped up designer that sells a lot of stuff. But let's not forget you musician first, bro. All of this stuff is merchandise, but yet you took it to a whole nother level. Like you want to be respected amongst like the actual people out there, like not just merchandise. You want to have your own brands, which is cool. I feel that. I respect that. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what Sway was trying to tell you, and that's you finally saying, yeah, Sway did have the answers, huh? You feel me? But, I mean, you gonna sit here pretend like you like the greatest fashion designer that... Dude, Sean John goes way harder than you. But you sell way more. I mean, it is what it is. You do what you do. And then, I mean, and I see why your stuff is so whack. Yes, I see why your stuff is so whack, bro. It's because you're surrounded by a bunch of yes men that won't do you the courtesy of giving you a yes. Like they come to you on some, like, yo, I want to do this and this. How do you feel about it? It's like, look, man, you just do what you need to do, man. Whatever you do, it's gonna be the right answer. They don't even give you they don't even give you the justice of saying, you know what, that's gonna be hot. They're like, no, just do it. Just do it. I guarantee it's gonna work because you Kanye. Oh. Well, it's a killer. It's really a killer when an individual gets to smacking reality like, yo, maybe I wasn't that good at this. But I mean, he's amazing at music in his prime. I'm not taking away from the fact that he's the GOAT marketing and promoting. Like his promotions and things that he do, even though they could be polished, the creative, the new, unique, and different, they always work for him, regardless of what he do. So I give him all the respect in the world for that. But you can't lie to me and tell me that his clothes is good, dog. You can't lie to me with this. But then after the whole king crab jacket, we go directly into like family time. He spent the whole day with his daughter at the basketball court, which, hey, that's cool. But now, okay, why would you make it this long if you just gonna mute it though? Like, I understand you don't want people to listen in on what's happening in your family and stuff. Like, cause I mean, clearly I'm intently listening, because when I heard the whole fight that he was having with Adidas and all that stuff about all the issues that he have and all that stuff, I am clearly listening so that I can understand what is really going on in this meeting, because this is something important for the culture that everybody need to learn to deal with these individuals. I'm overtly listening. You don't want somebody listening like that in on family time, things that you're doing with Kim K and all that stuff. Like, cool, but I mean, You could have just had that snippet be like 1, 2, 3 minutes, maybe. You just needed to see, give your daughter some shine, have her smile and enjoy, like, just being out there playing sports and stuff. Like, that's cool. Show that Kim K was there. That would be another cool thing. And then just walk straight off. Go straight from there to the grind, because that's why he was on the phone texting nonstop, because he's in the middle of this fashion line stuff that's happening from this entire week. So he's sitting there trying to be there for the family 100%, but also putting together a little documentary like this, having it all filmed at the same time, thinking about this school that he might use this venue for, at the same time trying to get all the fashion designs that he have in his crazy, I'm not gonna say crazy, have all the things that he's thinking about in his mind, regardless of if they're good or bad. He's doing this all while he's trying to be there for the family. Like, well, like it's an endless grind, and he goes straight from the family time directly back to the spot, taking some time to decompress before he even goes straight in there on the fashion lines all the way. Like, I respect the hustle, I respect the grind. This man is putting in a magnificent amount of work. But one, he needs better people surrounding him. People that's not going to yes man his dumpster diving outfits. Like, he could actually create something that's good. But I mean, this homeless style, it's caught on enough and all of that stuff, man. Which, hey, that's cool. You ain't gotta look the part though. Like, look at Kanye right now. Like, bro, lip balm, brother, lip balm, G. You need some. You need to go ahead and clear all that up. Like, you ain't got to be thugging it this hard, bro. I understand. You on the grind at this moment. You grinding so hard at this particular moment, trying to get this clothing line off. But bro, you ain't enough grind in the world for that kind of chap lip, bro. Like, all you need, you can send out one of your, like, he ended up getting people. He called up people like, yo, I need you to get here right now, half an hour from across the city. Pack up everything, every print that you got. I'm in the spot. We need to get this done now. Come on. And pick me up some lip balm, bro. pick me up some chapstick. I need some to hold me down. There's people that don't do that for you. Uber Lyft, bro. I mean, the Uber Eats will do that for you, bro. But he's clearly not thinking, like, you got all these billions, bro. Like, you think about so much that you're not even thinking about, like, the simple things, like my lips hurt. But I respect the grind. I respect the grind, Kanye. He's definitely doing his thing on him in that aspect. But am I gonna say that the music was any good that he played here? No, because they're clearly all unfinished projects, like he was doing for the Donda 2. All that caliber of music, but even on a rougher level at this particular moment. So no, the music ain't like that. Is the fashion like that? No. Clearly, I never liked Kanye's fashion sense. But this is just, I guess this could have been just the beginnings of his show that he was putting things together for. Like, his show ain't even done yet, but yet you can see some of this stuff just look bad. Just look bad. But am I saying that this whole thing that he did here, that he brings to us, is genius? Absolutely. Absolutely. This whole 30-minute video that Kanye brought us here, combining everything that he got going on in life, not just professionally, but with his kids, and all of that is an extension of the Kim K brand, I guess, because she's gonna have to go back to him. We all knew she can't do no better than what Kanye's gonna do for us. Just the best she could do was Pete Davidson. And the only thing that I've seen Pete Davidson do that I respected outside of some snippets of some parts of SNL would be the movie Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies was good. He wasn't in the whole thing. He did okay in it. But that's the only thing that he had going for himself. Kanye is having beef with Adidas, and he has the ability to tell Adidas off, and he doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's just saying things, and they have to sit there and take it. Kim K is never going to do any better than that, and that's why she was on some, well, you know, we're always gonna be family. That's the best you can do, bitch. Forgive me, Kanye. If you watch this, forgive me, Kanye. I ain't gonna call your mom's a bitch. Your baby mom's a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say that. I take it back. Forgive me. I'm sorry. But she ain't got no other options. Let me just put it like that. But all of this stuff that Kanye is doing, all the promotions that's tied into it, could have been done better. It's rough. I think another artist that has a lot of talent, a lot of great things to do, like say how Freddie Gibbs put together his campaign for the SSS album. That was more flawless than what Kanye is doing here. But yet, Kanye has so much more to add to it than the acting and the things of that nature. Just being around his normal life is crazy alone. You feel me? But yet, a polished individual like Freddie Gibbs would be able to take this and make it into something flawless, but yet he wouldn't be able to take it and make it any bigger than what Kanye just did. It is what it is. So the combination of his fame, his creativity, and his marketing ability, that's what's great about this. Everything else is fucking flawed. Everything else about this is flawed, fam. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think it's another one of those cultural moments that Kanye is touching upon, that he can take and make into something more. You feel me? Like, this could become a thing because of just how he conducts it, just how he does it, how he promotes himself. It's amazing in that aspect. But like the flaws, he's a super flawed individual, but yeah, when he does something, it's definitely worth watching just for the artistry. Even if it's bad, it is what it is. But that's all I wanted to come up on here and say, man. Like, at the end of the day, you know, I wanted to just do a short video about this, like I said in the beginning, but there was no way I was gonna fit all of that into a short. No way I was gonna fit all of that into a full video too. So let me just go ahead, go live and give people my thoughts. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I recommend people to go ahead and watch it. Don't make too much of a fuss about it though. Like, people gonna make it, oh, Kanye's a genius. Or they're gonna use it because the people hate Kanye at this moment again. Because, you know, the White Lives Matter, which I'm not feeling Kanye for the White Lives Matter nonsense either. But I'm not feeling Kanye on a bunch of the things that he's done, but I can separate his nonsense with his art and actually give his art a fair shot. And this was a fair shot. It was trash, but yet how you did it was dope. But I appreciate everybody, man, that came through today, man. Everybody that's watching on the playlist. Everybody that's watching who's not live watching, man. I don't know when the next time I'll be on, you know, it'll probably be Thursday night, Friday morning for the next album reviews or whatever's happening. Or depending on what drops, we'll see where everything goes. But I appreciate everybody for showing up today, man. I'm gonna try to do more of these spur of the moment ones. Like, if something happens in the culture that needs to be spoken about, I will do this. But it hasn't really been happening, but you know, it's almost the fourth quarter. So yeah, it's gonna be happening some more. So appreciate y'all, man. Holla at you in a minute. Y'all be easy.